just basically go over how you seam liner. We're going to do two different types of seams. We're going to do a 3-inch seam, and we're also going to do a 6-inch seam. And time allows we're going to do a pipe boot. So you have to install a pipe boot also. So first off, I got to turn this one piece of rubber into two pieces so we can start seaming. Just going to try to cut that as straight as I can. The right way to do it is to measure off, pop a line, and then follow your line. Hold that out of the way. Cut this one. We'll make a little short seam. In the field, you're going to be working with a lot larger panels than what we're working with right now. Let's say you want to run a 3-inch seam first. You always got to start off with, this is new rubber here, but we've got a little bit of dirt on it. So always got to start off with a clean piece of rubber to apply your seam to. If it's real dirty, you have to wash it with water first, dry it off, and then use a solvent. Firestone makes a seam cleaner that you can use prior to seaming. So if you're going to run 3-inch tape, you'll come to the edge here, and you'll mark off right at about 4 inches. This is going to give you an idea of where your tape's going to run. Get your chalk line and pop this line when you get through measuring. Open up primer. Make sure you shake your primer real good before you start running your seam. If you're working out in the field and it gets windy and it starts blowing dust after you've primed your seam location, the only thing you can do is just brush it back off, and you'll have to reapply your primer to that. For this small application today, we're just going to be using a paintbrush to apply it with. When you're out in the field, you do something like this, where you'll have a bigger bucket to work with. You can dip in your bucket, and you'll be able to apply your primer with this method. You want to get a good coverage coat when you put your primer down, not too heavy because it will take longer to flash off and allow you to put your tape down, and it does have the, and it will also bubble your liner. If you spill it on there, if you lay a rag that you've been priming with, it will bubble, swell your liner up. The only reason I'm doing this is to help hold the liner down to the concrete when I run my seam. We'll just let that set for a few minutes. Anytime you're not using your primer, always put your lid on it. Keeps you, number one, keeps it from spilling it, and then it keeps it ready and safe and fresh for you to use next time with just a little bit of stirring. If you let it set out, it becomes a film, a heavy film will get over the top of it. So we're checking that it's still a little wet. You can see it's starting to string, but it's still a little bit too wet to put the tape down, so we'll wait just another minute.